Hello and welcome back to New Game Plus TV on tour. We're at PAX Australia 2025. It is day 2 and it's windy, but it's not raining, which I think is kind of the win, because you were saying it was going to rain and I was a little bit terrified, because I like when people come to Melbourne and the weather shows up, but then I was like, oh no, it's going to fall apart, but it's lovely.
That's right, we're having weather. Yeah.
So PAX Australia day 2. Day 1, I feel like we're just kind of getting into the rhythm of it. We had Jamie and B talking a little bit about some of the games that they've been playing, some of the tabletop stuff that they've kind of seen in passing, and I suspect there's going to be a little bit more of that later on in either this episode or this season. But we've been known to play, let's say, a game or two. And I think, as we've all done it. We've all been there.
As someone in queer media, I've seen it.
That's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to head in, we're going to chat to some developers, we're going to play some games, and we're going to catch up with a bunch of good friends, because PAX, I think we might chat a little bit later about, is bringing a bit of a different energy for us this year. And I think that kind of illustrates, I think, what PAX Aus has been over the years. The show itself, I think, you'll have show floor changes, you'll have panels change, you'll have people come and go, but the energy that you come to PAX Australia in, whether you're working in PR or media or dev or just as a punter, as someone who's been through at least a few of those, I think it's fair to say that you've had very different experiences each year at PAX.
I think the Australian games industry is very much a shared trauma bond in a lot of ways. It's a lot of constant welfare checks, but happy, but fun. We're having fun.
And weather. And so I think, for now, maybe we might duck inside, and hopefully later on in this episode it might be a bit less windy. We'll see. Let's go and check out PAX Australia, I guess. Let's go.
Hey everyone, it's B. I'm with New Game Plus TV over at PAX Australia 2025. I'm here with Ben from Bonza Games, and you have word puzzles, a weird combination of puzzle and crossword. Ben, how did you get this started?
Well, this is actually a physical adaptation of a digital game that we created back in 2014. So we were right here at this PAX in 2014 with a little mobile game that was a word puzzle that hadn't been seen before. And now, almost over 10 years later, here we are back again with a physical version, and it's really awesome to see people playing it.
Wow, 10 years of puzzling. That's amazing. So it was it was a digital game, and then it went to physical. Was there a reason for that to happen?
I feel like there were two main reasons. One of them came from, I believe, a shift in a social dynamic that happened maybe through COVID, where I feel people were craving more interactive and tactile experiences, more face-to-face experiences with friends and family. But also for me personally, I felt like I wanted to spend less time on a screen and more time working with my hands, doing something with my family, and doing something that felt like it was gonna last longer than me even,
So does that mean that with your family, you tend to do a lot of jigsaw puzzles, have a really close relationship to those types of puzzles?
Yes, my daughter and I actually competed together at the Brisbane, Queensland Jigsaw Puzzle Championships earlier this year, which is where we happened to meet a whole bunch of new jigsaw puzzle people that we didn't even know existed.
Neat. With these puzzles, what are we looking at as terms as pieces and sizes, and then what's the average time to make them?
Okay, so we've got 8 different puzzles that are available. 2 of them we've got as 200-piece puzzles. So the first one is a Cities of the World puzzle, a 200-piece, and the second one is an Animal Kingdom puzzle of 200 pieces. They will normally take you about 1 to 2 hours to complete for a couple of people. And then we have a whole series of 100-piece puzzles, which are a little bit smaller and snappier, and there's 6 of those.
So it's sort of a mix between a jigsaw puzzle and a word puzzle. So basically what you're doing is everything's sort of mixed up, and then you're trying to solve the crossword puzzle while also trying to make sure that everything fits together into one puzzle, basically?
That's right. You know, it's really interesting. When we first started with this idea, I had these little letter blocks that were fitting together, and it was really interesting. I thought maybe it might become a word puzzle game or a word something, board game something, but it wasn't until we came here and people started playing it that they were craving larger experiences. They wanted to sit for an hour with their friends and family to do something rather than just something in a minute. And then as we expanded, we realized that this isn't actually a board game. This is a jigsaw puzzle. So that's what it's based on. It's a large puzzle format where you've got images, the images come together first, and then you've got word fragments. And those word fragments are based on the overarching theme of the puzzle. So you'll be able to feel out and you can see, oh, this is PAR, that might be parrot. Oh, this is ORA, orangutan.
So that's really cool that you have sort of like both elements of like word puzzle fiends along with like jigsaw puzzle fiends. So with all of the puzzles that you have right now, are there more coming up? Any secrets to tell?
I have some secrets to tell you off camera.
Okay.
But I think what we're looking for is doing something potentially with a license deal, something that we can bring our word jigsaw puzzles to a larger, broader audience that are going to be more interested in other broader things. So that's all I'm willing to say about that right now.
Ooh, is that like within the next year or two?
We hope to see something by the end of next year.
So you guys have been here for over 10 years with PAX. What's that like coming, like how has things changed since you've been here?
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of changes. The people have changed, I've changed, the games have changed. But I feel like it's become a relationship that's grown over time, you know, like we've known each other for so long now, and it's not just the individuals, it's as a group, you know. Like I think back to, say, 2 years ago when I came here with this little, I guess it was a clunky little prototype, and then people came together and said, hey, we really love this, we're willing to try it, and we've got some feedback for you. So it becomes a little bit of a back and forth. We listen to that feedback and we think, okay, what can we do to make this better for next time? And it grows over time. So people are coming here and they're like, wow, I can get one of these for $10. Why so cheap? I'm like, well, have it. I want you to have it. You helped design this, you know? Like these are the people that designed this game. We all did it together. So I'm so happy to be here together with them and do it together.
Cool. So where can we find these? We've got Bonza, we've got, it looks like Kmart and Target. Like where's the best place?
We've got Kmart, Target, Big W, The Gamesman, and QBD Books online.
Well, thanks so much, Ben. It was great. And go ahead to those retail stores, go online, and get yourself a puzzle and a jigsaw all in one. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is B from New Game Plus TV. We are here at PAX Australia 2025. And over from the New Zealand, from across the way, Lesser Key Studios. Hi, Kate. Tell me about Apothecurse.
I would love to. Apothecurse is a 2D narrative side-scrolling game where you play as Leon, who is a bit of a trickster. He is an alchemist who set fire to his university library and therefore is sent to the town of Port Galore to fight a curse as punishment. This curse is an Eldritch-inspired one, so all of these sea creatures are, you know, transforming and turning these town people into these chaos and destruction-forming creatures, and they're, you know, fighting each other, and Leon has to solve it. Leon is a potion crafter, so you collect ingredients and you then take them back, tinker around with them, create potions that you want to play around with, and then take them out into the world, into combat, and into the environment to progress the story and figure out what the curse is all about.
All right, so we've got a little bit of potion crafting in there, a little bit of discovery. What led you to want to sort of do this type of game?
It was kind of a throw ideas at the wall and see what sticks. Seymour, Will, and I, who are the other directors, we were just kind of thinking about what game we would want to play and what we really enjoyed. And it kind of stuck out to us as something that we thought would be really fun. So we did a lot of research and figured out what worked for other games and what didn't work. And we, kind of stuck with potion crafting.
And what about the environment makes it special as well? So you have an Eldritch town. Is it that you made it kind of nasty and you're trying to fix it up? Or is there other nefarious things happening that you're trying to help with?
There is a lot of inspiration behind it and definitely some nefarious things happening around. We come from a little seaside port city that's very gothic in architecture. Was mentioned in Call of Cthulhu as a creepy little port city. So huge inspiration there. And then also environmentally, we are pretty conscious of what's happening around us, and we're, right next to the ocean, and we've grown up with it. So it's been a huge and important thing to include that and the potential destruction, which is a big hint at the curse in the game, is the ocean fighting back and the destruction of the habitat around it, which, is a good, not a great villain, because it's not a villain, but yeah, it's a main theme for us. Yeah.
Cool. So New Zealand, all of you are from there. It's kind of being developed there. And with the help of code, this has kind of come to life. What was it like working with them? And how has that helped you guys?
It's been amazing. Not only with the funding that we were given, but with the support network that they've had. There's so many available resources at our hands, and we just have to ask for them, and they'll give them to us, which has been amazing. They brought us here to PAX as well to showcase, which has been so invaluable for us, to earn a lot of feedback from potential players and to introduce the game to them. They've just been amazing and so incredibly supportive of the work we've done. Yeah.
And then, important question. What's your favorite cryptid?
Oh, it's Bigfoot. I went to the Bigfoot. I have a huge soft spot for Bigfoot. I don't know why. I even have a sticker on my drink bottle that says "Just a girl who loves Bigfoot." Don't know why, but yeah, I went to San Fran earlier this year and went up into Oregon and was in the forest. Had my own Bigfoot experiences and stuff. It's pretty good.
That's fine. I love myself a Jersey Devil, so forest creature, solidarity, that's really great.
In the woods, love them.
we love a Mothman, we love a Bigfoot, we love a Jersey Devil, it's all good. So where can people find you on the internet, and when do you think you guys will be ready to ship?
We're pretty much on all available social media platforms. Our main one would be Instagram and Discord. You can wishlist the game on Steam, and we're looking to release in the Q4 next year publicly.
Thanks so much, Cait, for talking to me. This has been an amazing, cute little game. I love the Gravity Falls spooky eldritch vibes. They are so inspiring. And thank you for letting me know about Bigfoot. You might know more than I do, and I'm from America.
I probably wouldn't count on it, but I'm a big fan.
Well, I hope the rest of PAX treats you well. And if we see you guys next year, I can't wait to see what else, how it grows.
Thank you. It's been so great.
So wishlist it. Do all of the social things with Lesser Key Studios and play the game. Be a creepy person. Let's go.
Do it. We need it.
Yes.
And I think that's all that we have time for this episode on New Game Plus TV on tour at PAX Australia 2025 here at the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. It has been a good time. A good time, not a long time. It's 3 days of blood, sweat, and tears. Hopefully not that much blood. Actually, not that much tears, hopefully either, but typically a bit more sweat than you'd like.
Yeah, gamers can be very violent, so...
Energy-wise.
Yeah, energy-wise.
Energy-wise. Yeah. But we played a few games. I played, I think one of the ones that kind of stuck out to me was Enter the Chronosphere. So, Super Hot. You might recall Super Hot was this sort of first-person shooter, but what if it was bullet hell all the time? And so time only moves when you move. And so it was a low poly kind of look. I can't remember the publisher, but it feels like Devolver Digital, that kind of unhinged energy about it. Maybe it was Tiny Build. I can't remember. It was a very long time ago now, but I think Enter the Chronosphere kind of picked up that sort of premise as time only moves as you make actions, and kind of ran with it with a bit more of a top-down, a bit more of a strategy kind of feel about it. And I kind of liked how colorful it is. I love seeing colors. I can see colors. It was really polished, which you can't take for granted on PAX Aus show floor, or really any show floor, because the reality is that most of these games, if they're not, coming up to release, they're at various stages of development. They might be early, they might be vertical slice, there might be a demo coming up to Steam Next Fest, and I suspect that's why so many places are scan the QR code, because I think Next Fest is coming up quite soon. But I liked that the enemies were varied, and it is not too varied in the way that they kind of behave. Yeah, but it's not punishing as far as once you see an enemy sort of for the second or third time, or even I'd probably say the second or third time, you have an idea of their rhythm. And so you're okay, cool, they're going to throw this, it's going to go here, they're going to charge for that, it's going to go in these directions. And it's a lot of memorizing different enemies' actions and the flow-on effects. Like one enemy in particular was like, I'll throw a grenade, and then that grenade will send out bullet hell in the 6 directions. And so I'm like doing math in my head. I'm rotating a cube in my brain to see like to try and guess ahead where the bullet will be when I move out of the way. And so that kind of aspect of it, of learning the enemy's behaviors, was like the right amount of like punishing a little bit, but then you've got time to kind of tuck and roll. I think additionally, a lot of the different weapon types and a lot of the buffs and the trade-offs you have picking up different buffs, picking up different weapons, different play styles, it felt really fresh all the way through, in the way that I think some games on a show floor, because 10 minutes on a show floor playing a game is very different to 10 minutes at home playing a game. Like, you need, come on, where's the next dopamine hit?
Feel like you're being watched a little bit more as well.
Totally.
Like, yeah.
I mean, you've been standing in line waiting to play this game, so you don't want to be the one holding it up.
Yeah, well, it's hard because it's a Saturday, so the lines are very long. There's a lot of foot traffic, but yeah.
So I think it kept me occupied for the entire demo, well and truly. And then I was chatting to one of the devs, I think in QA, Sarah, and they were telling me about how, when you die in this, it's your fault. And you know that it's your fault, but you don't feel like that bad. Yeah, you're like, okay, cool, that was a little bit silly of me, let's go again. So it's got a bit of that sort of roguelike-y element about it, but I'm not sure if the areas are like procedurally generated, because that kind of says roguelite to me a bit more. I'm pretty sure they didn't use that word, because a lot of games like using that word. Like
sort of big brain, or was it sort of accessible for what the demo was?
Nah, it was definitely accessible. I can see the intensity, like it's kind of like the feeling of, I say Diablo, but I actually didn't play that much Diablo. Like Torchlight 2, like top-down RPGs are kind of a little bit like low-key and hanging out and whatever, until you walk into a room and there are like 90 enemies and you're like, oh, okay, we're going. I think the difficulty curve, they have the opportunity to kind of ramp that really gradually. And in a demo in like one of the first levels, they're not going to have you ganked by like dozens of enemies right off the bat when you're just starting to learn the behaviors and the rhythm of each of the enemies. But then when you're in a room with like 20 of them, sure, time only moves when you move, but it's still a lot of actions to keep track of.
Show you the versatility of like the enemies and the weapon types and stuff.
So, I really like that. I'm keen to maybe even download the game on the demo on Steam once we're done here, because I think they said it was releasing kind of early next year. I love the Steam Deck, but it comes and goes. There are some games I can't play on it now. It's maybe it's time for an upgrade, Valve. That was Enter the Chronosphere, and you've played maybe a game or two here as well. What have you been playing?
I played a little bit of Toya,
okay,
which I really, really enjoyed. That was my first game that I got to play. And it's kind of the elevator pitch, I might be misquoting it, but they say it's like a minimalist puzzle game that's bigger than it seems. It reminded me a lot of like, for all my cool maths games, all my Y2K girlies, it reminded me a lot of like Block Saws.
Okay.
Did you ever play Block Saws? It's like, so you're a cube. Yep. So we're in Singapore.
Okay, so we're in Singapore, yeah.
So you're a cube, and it's like a gummy looking cube that I want to take a bite out of.
Oh, no, I saw it. It looks delicious.
Delicious, yummy cube. And you have to like scale the walls, and like you are the cube, and then you have to like collect all these little blocks and then like get to the end point, and then the world kind of like opens up as you get to new areas, and then you can connect onto another cube, and then you become bigger cube squared.
Yep. Cubed.
Cubed. And then cube square foot.
Does that make the platforming harder?
No, I think it makes it more fun.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. There's probably like more mechanics and stuff that they have outside of the demo. But yeah, it was just like, it was very zen, very mindful, like very much what I needed just like coming into convention. And I liked it a lot. And the developers had like lab coats on because their studio is like the R&D department, which reminded me of The Bear. Like, you're spending all of our money on R&D, but it's not that. It's based on their names, which is Rue and Daniel. And so your assignment is to wishlist it on Steam.
Very, very fair. And play the demo. But yeah, I guess wrapping up PAX Aus Day 2, you were saying to me before we were rolling that the energy of PAX, it kind of feels cool again, because I think PAX Aus as an event has not changed in as many ways as it could, but it's also like a hell of a machine. Trying to change all of it at once, everyone would be really disoriented. And so I feel like coming back to the show year after year, past 10 PAX Auses, I think at this point, I kind of go in a little bit sometimes like, oh, is it going to be that different? Is it going to be that interesting? And part of the fun is always being able to catch up with friends that you haven't seen for over the last year or two. And that absolutely holds true here. But there is like a bit more of an energetic kind of, maybe I'm saying that we're a little bit more energetic because of like the position that we're in. Like I've come and gone with how much games freelance work that I'm doing. I'm kind of taking a little bit more of a back seat to it at the moment. But you've worked in a few different positions in games as well, and so coming to just essentially make New Game Plus TV on tour, I guess it puts you in a different frame of mind for it.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying to you before. Like, I think maybe it is a little bit of me projecting, and maybe like it feels cooler because yeah, and that's okay. But maybe it feels cooler because I feel a little cooler. Maybe I feel a little bit more comfortable, and I think it's always different perspective, like consumer side, as like being someone who's worked in games, which I have been fortunate enough to do in different areas. So I very much enjoy just like being a bit of a free agent, and the energy just seems really nice this weekend. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I think like the passes look really cool. I like the design that they've got.
Yeah, the whole like New York subway situation is kind of cute. I think you're like, I don't know how to describe it. I think you've described it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But yeah, I think there was obviously like that sort of tricky period post-COVID where it like sort of was finding its footing again. And like it is that thing where it's like, oh yeah, it's PAX, like it's going to have similar stuff going on. But like, I don't know, something about this year just feels like cool. It just feels cool.
Well, I mean, hopefully that energy carries through to day 3 of PAX. But that is a wrap on this episode of New Game Plus TV on tour. In the meantime, between now and next episode, or wherever you're watching this, I don't really know. It's the internet. You do what internet time is your time. Feel free to check out New Game Plus on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Props to Jamie for giving me the thumbs up off camera. Just all my friends are just out of frame.
Very beautiful photos of the two of us off screen.
He takes a good photo. Let me tell you right now about Jamie Galea. Yes, check us out on social media. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/New Game Plus TV. And check out ctvplus.org.au. There's a lot of really great content there from Melbourne and Adelaide, and television producers from core community, I guess, backgrounds from all over Australia. But that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me, Em.
Thank you so much for having me once again.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you next time.